We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Goff. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rowe. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll make it third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. First carry for their fullback. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On second down, Darnold into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Wow. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
He's going to get it running right. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And this one is right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Beathard to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. They can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Off of play action, Darnold. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that's complete. It's the Carr-to-Cooper connection. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On the ground, Kamara looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 180.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
All right, now look at 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's gone. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the false start will back them up 5. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now gone. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
11. 11. Hey, Shell.
Now gone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Darnold on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Eddie Goldman. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
Here's Darnold. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Back to throw, Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. Flushed out right. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now it's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Darnold steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carl Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On second down, here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Rowe. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Goff now on second down. It's hauled in by Shepard. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. He spins free. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold down to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Kamara. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, here's Goff to Shepard, complete over the middle. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Lift! Lift! Lift!
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now Darnold, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Taking a shot, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Go, son. 180.
Out of the gun. Gone. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, gone. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Goff now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And out now come the Eagles. They begin the drive with Hines. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Here's Darnold now on second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. A first down throw, Darnold. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They run with Hines. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
We got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. Gano for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
you.